This assumption hides in the shadows of your consciousness. You may not even know you hold it, but it is there, quietly sabotaging every technique you practice, every visualization you perform, every affirmation you speak. What is this hidden assumption? It is the belief that your desire is too good to be true. Tonight you will learn how this insidious belief operates. You will learn how to recognize it in yourself. And most importantly, you will learn how to eliminate it completely and replace it with the assumption that allows your desires to manifest effortlessly. Are you ready to destroy the belief that has been destroying your manifestations? Then let us begin. Let me show you how this assumption reveals itself. You desire something wonderful: wealth, love, health, success, freedom. You begin to imagine it. You feel into it. You start to assume you have it. And then quietly, subtly, almost imperceptibly, a thought whispers, "This is too good to be true." Maybe you do not think those exact words. Maybe the thought comes disguised. "This seems impossible for someone like me. Things like this don't happen to people like me. This is too much to ask for. I don't deserve something this good. Life doesn't work this way. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is." These are all variations of the same poisonous assumption. Your desire is too good to be true. It is too wonderful, too perfect, too extraordinary to be real, and therefore it cannot be yours. This belief is deadly. Why? Because it is an assumption, and all assumptions harden into facts. When you assume something is too good to be true, you are assuming it is not true. You are dwelling in the state of "this is impossible for me." You are occupying the consciousness of limitation, unworthiness, and disbelief. And consciousness creates from the state you occupy. If you dwell in "too good to be true," consciousness creates circumstances that confirm your assumption. Your desire remains forever out of reach, not because it is actually impossible, but because you assumed it was impossible. Let me show you how this destructive assumption gets installed in your consciousness. From childhood, you were taught that life is hard, that good things are rare, that you must struggle and sacrifice to get anything of value, that if something seems too easy or too wonderful, there must be a catch. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. How many times have you heard this? How many times have you repeated it yourself? This saying seems like practical wisdom. It seems like it is protecting you from disappointment, from being fooled, from setting yourself up for failure. But what it actually does is program your consciousness to reject anything wonderful. It teaches you to distrust good fortune. It trains you to assume that the extraordinary is impossible for you. You were also taught comparison. You looked at others who had what you desired, and you were told, or you told yourself, that is for them, not for me. They are special. They are lucky. They are different. I am ordinary. I am unlucky. I am not worthy of such things. And through years of repetition, through countless moments of doubt and self-limitation, this assumption became embedded in your consciousness. Good things are for other people. Extraordinary things are too good to be true for me. Now, whenever you try to manifest something wonderful, this hidden assumption activates. It whispers its poison. It sabotages your techniques. It keeps you in the state of lack even while you are trying to assume abundance. Let me show you exactly how this belief destroys your manifestations. You practice the techniques perfectly. You visualize your desire. You feel yourself living in your wish fulfilled. For 20 minutes, you are in the most beautiful state of consciousness. You feel wealthy, loved, successful, free. Then you open your eyes. You return to your daily life. And immediately that whisper comes. "That was nice, but it is too good to be true. That level of abundance doesn't happen to people like me. I was just fantasizing." In that moment, you have undone your entire practice. You have collapsed back into the state of lack. You have affirmed that your desire is impossible. You have chosen the assumption of limitation over the assumption of fulfillment. Or perhaps you practice your assumption during the day. You think from the state of having your desire, you affirm, "I am wealthy," or "I am loved," or "I am successful." But underneath, hidden beneath the surface, is the contradictory belief that this is too good to be true for me. Your conscious mind says, "I am wealthy." Your subconscious whispers, but not really. This is too good to be true. And which assumption wins? The deeper one, the hidden one, the one you truly believe in your subconscious. This is why people can practice techniques for years without results. They are assuming their desire on the surface, while simultaneously assuming it is impossible beneath the surface. The hidden assumption of too good to be true is stronger than the conscious assumption of fulfillment. Here is the terrible irony. When you assume something is too good to be true, you make it too good to be true. Not because it actually is impossible, but because your assumption creates impossibility. Let me explain. In consciousness, there is no such thing as too good to be true. There are only assumptions, and assumptions become facts. If you assume you can have something, you can have it. If you assume you cannot have something, you cannot have it. The universe does not judge whether your desire is too good. It simply manifests your assumptions. So when you assume your desire is too good to be true, the universe says, okay, it is too good to be true for you, and creates circumstances that match your assumption. But here is what you must understand. That same desire is not too good to be true for someone else who does not hold that limiting assumption. Why do some people manifest extraordinary wealth while others struggle in poverty? Same universe, same laws, same possibilities. The difference is assumption. The wealthy person does not assume wealth is too good to be true. They assume wealth is natural, normal, expected for them. Why do some people effortlessly attract love while others remain lonely? The difference is assumption. The loved person does not assume love is too good to be true. They assume love is their natural state. Your desires are not too good to be true, but if you assume they are, they become too good to be true for you. And that is the tragedy. Let me give you a simple test to see if this hidden assumption is sabotaging your manifestations. Think about your desire right now. Picture it clearly. See yourself having it, living it, being it. Now notice, what is the very first feeling that arises? Is it peace, satisfaction, natural acceptance, or is it a slight discomfort, a whisper of this is too much, a feeling of this is not really for me? If you feel any resistance, any sense that your desire is somehow beyond you, too extraordinary for you, not meant for you, you are holding the too good to be true assumption. Here's another test. Imagine someone else having your exact desire. Picture them living in abundance, being loved, experiencing perfect health, enjoying complete success. Now notice, do you feel that is natural and acceptable for them, or do you think, well, they are different? They are special. They are worthy. But I am not. If you can easily imagine others having what you desire, but you struggle to imagine yourself having it, you are holding the limiting assumption. One more test. Complete this sentence honestly. My desire is wonderful, but whatever comes after but is your hidden sabotaging assumption. My desire is wonderful, but it is too much to ask for. My desire is wonderful, but people like me don't get things like this. My desire is wonderful, but I don't deserve it. My desire is wonderful, but it is not realistic. That but reveals the poison. That but is the assumption that sabotages everything. Now let me give you the truth that destroys this limiting belief. Nothing is too good to be true. Nothing. In consciousness, in the infinite field of possibility, in the dimension where all creation happens, there is no such thing as too good. Wealth is not too good. Love is not too good. Health is not too good. Success is not too good. Perfect happiness is not too good. Complete freedom is not too good. These are all simply states of consciousness, and all states of consciousness are equally available to you. None is more real or more possible than another. None is too good for you. Think about this. You exist. You are consciousness. You are the operant power in your world. You create your reality through your assumptions. Is there a limit on what consciousness can create? Is there a ceiling on what assumptions can manifest? Is there a point where something becomes too good for consciousness to produce? No. Consciousness is infinite. Consciousness is unlimited. Consciousness is God. And to God, nothing is too good to be true. You are not asking for something outside the realm of possibility. You are not trying to create something too wonderful for existence. You are simply choosing which of the infinite possibilities to experience. And all possibilities, from poverty to wealth, from loneliness to love, from sickness to health, are equally possible. None is too good. None is beyond you. Now let me teach you how to completely eliminate this sabotaging assumption and replace it with the truth. Step 1. Expose it. The first step is bringing the hidden assumption into the light. You cannot change what you do not acknowledge. Say out loud, I have been assuming my desire is too good to be true. I have been believing that this level of goodness is not possible for me. I see this belief now, and I recognize it is just an assumption, not truth, just assumption. Do not judge yourself for holding this belief. Do not feel shame or guilt. Simply observe it with clarity. Ah, there it is. That is the assumption that has been sabotaging me. Step 2. Recognize it as learned, not truth. Remind yourself this belief that my desire is too good to be true is not reality. It is something I learned. It was programmed into me by society, by authority figures, by past experiences, but it is not truth. It is just an assumption I adopted. This is crucial. When you realize this belief is learned, you realize it can be unlearned. It is not an eternal truth. It is not a law of the universe. It is just a thought pattern you picked up and you can put it down. Step 3. Declare the opposite. Now, consciously choose a new assumption to replace the old one. Say with absolute conviction, nothing is too good to be true for me. I am consciousness. I am the operant power. All states are equally available to me. My desire is not too good. It is perfectly natural for me to have it. Repeat this. Say it morning and evening. Say it whenever the old assumption tries to return. You are reprogramming your consciousness with a new truth. Step 4. Find evidence in imagination. Your subconscious believes what it experiences. So give it experiences of your desire being true. Every night, imagine yourself having your desire. But as you imagine, notice the feeling that arises. If you feel this is too good, stop and correct it. Say to yourself, this is not too good. This is exactly right for me. This is natural. This is true for me in consciousness. Then return to the imaginal act with this corrected assumption. Feel your desire as natural, normal, completely appropriate for you. The more you experience your desire in imagination without the too good resistance, the more your subconscious accepts it as possible and natural. Step 5. Affirm your worthiness. Often too good to be true is really too good for me. It is a worthiness issue disguised as a reality issue. So address it directly. I am worthy of all good things. I am deserving of extraordinary blessings. I am consciousness itself, and consciousness has no limit on what it can create for itself. I am worthy because I am. This is not arrogance. This is recognition of your true nature. You are not a limited human begging for scraps. You are infinite consciousness, and infinite consciousness is worthy of infinite good. Step 6. Practice with small things first. If your desire feels too overwhelming, if the too good feeling is too strong, start smaller. Assume something wonderful but less overwhelming. Experience it manifesting. Let your consciousness see, oh, good things can happen for me. This is possible. Then gradually expand. Assume bigger and bigger desires. Train your consciousness to accept that nothing is too good for you. Step 7. Revise past rejections. Think back to times when you rejected good things because they seemed too good to be true. Maybe someone complimented you and you dismissed it. Maybe an opportunity appeared and you doubted it. Maybe you felt unworthy of love, wealth, or success and pushed it away. Revise these moments. Replay them in imagination, but this time you accept the good, you believe the compliment. You trust the opportunity. You know you are worthy. This revision rewrites your history and dissolves the pattern of rejecting good. Now let me give you the assumption that replaces too good to be true. Your new assumption is this. This desire is not too good to be true. This desire was made for me. It is perfectly designed for me. It is exactly right for me, and I am exactly right for it. Feel the difference in this assumption. Not maybe I can have it if I am lucky. Not this is too good, but I will try anyway. But this is mine. It was made for me. Of course I have it. This is the assumption of natural possession. Not grasping, not hoping, but knowing. This is mine because it is made for me. When you hold this assumption, the resistance dissolves. The too good feeling disappears. You simply accept your desire the way you accept your own name as natural, obvious, completely appropriate. Let me address another aspect of this belief. Many people assume that if something is good, it must be hard to get. If it comes easily, it must not be valuable. This is another variation of too good to be true. It says good things require struggle. If my desire manifests easily, it is too good to be true. But this is backwards. Consciousness does not require struggle. Consciousness creates effortlessly. Think about how easily you create negative things. You assume something bad will happen and it manifests quickly with no effort. You worry and circumstances arise to match your worry. This happens easily, naturally, automatically. So why would positive things be any different? Why would wealth, love, health, and success require more effort than poverty, loneliness, sickness, and failure? They do not. All creation happens through assumption. An assumption is effortless. You either assume something or you do not. There is no struggle required. When your desire manifests easily, it is not too good to be true. It is consciousness operating as consciousness always operates, effortlessly creating what you assume. Let me tell you about a man who finally broke through this limiting belief. He desired significant wealth. He practiced techniques for 2 years. He visualized, he affirmed, he did sats nightly, but nothing happened. He came to me frustrated. I am doing everything you teach, he said. Why is this not working? I asked him to imagine his desire. I told him to picture himself wealthy, living in abundance, completely free financially. He closed his eyes. He visualized. After a moment I said, now what are you feeling? He opened his eyes. I feel uncomfortable. It feels too big, too much. Like I am imagining someone else's life, not mine. Ah, I said, there it is. You assume wealth is too good to be true for you. Every time you practice your techniques, this assumption undermines them. He was shocked. He had not realized. This belief was operating beneath his conscious practice. I taught him what I am teaching you tonight. I showed him how to expose the belief, challenge it and replace it. Every night he practiced imagining wealth. But now whenever the too good feeling arose, he stopped and said, no, this is not too good. This is exactly right for me. Wealth is natural for me. I am worthy of this. This is mine. He persisted in this for 3 weeks, and something shifted. The resistance dissolved. Wealth stopped feeling too big, too much, too good. It started feeling natural. 1 month later, an unexpected opportunity appeared. A business idea that had been sitting dormant suddenly found investors. Within 6 months, he had the financial abundance he had been desiring for years. And when I asked him what changed, he said, I stopped believing my desire was too good to be true. I started knowing it was exactly right for me. And once I made that shift internally, everything shifted externally. Let me show you how to recognize when this assumption is active so you can catch it and correct it immediately. Sign number 1. You discount compliments or good fortune. Someone tells you you are talented, beautiful, brilliant. You immediately think they are just being nice or they don't really mean it. This is the too good to be true assumption. You cannot accept something good about yourself because you assume good things are not really true for you. Sign number 2. You feel uncomfortable imagining your desire fulfilled. When you visualize your desire, you feel awkward, silly, or like you are pretending. This is the assumption that your desire is too extraordinary for you. Sign number 3. You immediately think of reasons why it will not work. You imagine your desire, and your mind immediately jumps to all the obstacles, all the reasons it is impossible, all the ways it could fail. This is too good to be true, disguised as realism. You are rejecting your desire before you even give it a chance. Sign number 4. You can accept it for others, but not yourself. You see someone living your desired life, and you think good for them. But you do not think that is available for me too. This is the assumption that good things are for other people, not for you. Sign number 5. You qualify your desire with but. I would love to be wealthy, but. I desire this relationship, but. I want perfect health, but. Every but is the too good to be true assumption undermining your desire. Catch these patterns. The moment you notice them, stop and correct. No, this is true for me. This is possible for me. This is mine. Here is the ultimate truth about too good to be true. The phrase itself is meaningless in consciousness. Good is subjective. What you call good, consciousness calls a state. What you call too good, consciousness calls another state. Consciousness does not evaluate whether something is too good. Consciousness simply creates whatever state you assume. If you assume a state you call too good, consciousness creates it, just as easily as it creates a state you call acceptable or realistic. The only thing preventing you from experiencing extraordinary good is your assumption that it is too extraordinary for you. Remove that assumption, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing, standing between you and your desire. Let me give you a declaration to repeat daily. Until this new assumption is deeply rooted, nothing is too good to be true for me. I am consciousness, and consciousness has no limits. All states are equally available to me. My desires are not too much, too big, or too extraordinary. They are perfectly natural for me to experience. I am worthy of infinite good because I am infinite consciousness. I now accept all the wonderful things that are mine. They are not too good to be true. They are exactly right for me. Say this every morning when you wake. Say it every night before sleep. Say it whenever the old assumption tries to return. You are reprogramming your consciousness. You are installing a new truth that allows your desires to manifest effortlessly. Tonight, before you fall asleep, I want you to do something specific. Imagine your desire fulfilled. See yourself having it, living it, being it. Make it vivid and real. Now, notice if the too good to be true feeling arises. If it does, stop immediately. Say firmly, this is not too good to be true. This is natural for me. This is mine. I accept this as my reality. Then return to your imaginal act with this corrected assumption. Feel your desire as natural, obvious, completely appropriate for you. Fall asleep in this state. Not hoping it might be true, but knowing it is true. Not wishing it could be yours, but accepting it already is yours. Do this every night, and throughout your day catch every thought that suggests your desire is too good for you. Correct it immediately. Replace it with the truth. The only thing that makes something too good to be true is your assumption that it is too good to be true. Remove that assumption and you remove the limitation. Your desires are not too good. They are not too extraordinary. They are not beyond you. They are perfectly natural states of consciousness. And you are consciousness, therefore they are yours for the assuming. Stop sabotaging yourself with this hidden belief. Expose it, challenge it, replace it, and watch as the desires you thought were too good to be true become your everyday reality, because they were never too good. They were always yours. Thank you.